One of the most bizarre things commented on by our viewers in the past has been Stuart Johnson's hair. Seriously. So it seemed fitting for the launch of the new E-Class Cabriolet that we send Stu down to the Cape to take the E500 for a blast through Baines Cliff to find out if it blows his hair back in a good way.
In more recent times, Mercedes-Benz has been accredited with reintroducing the folded metal top into the whole sports car genre. Although that's not entirely true, because Peugeot back in '37 had one, and then more recently Ford Fairlane in 1957 had this folding clank metal top. In view of all this, you might think, well, why haven't they gone for a metal top with the new E-Class Cabriolet? The reason they've given is one of aesthetics and practicality. A, you need a massive boot to fold all that in. B, is the aesthetics the most important part. And yeah, personally I like the canvas top. It gives it that traditional feel.
It might have an old-fashioned roof, but don't be fooled. That sleek profile gives the Convertible E a drag figure of just 0.28, the lowest in its class. It's easily recognizable as an E-Class, but details like the boot-mounted brake light and a bold grille set it apart from its saloon siblings. There's also an optional AMG Sports Pack, which includes those gorgeous polished 19-inch wheels, but that will cost you an extra 30,000 Rand.
Mercedes-Benz has done remarkably well with the E-Class. In fact, in America, I think they got 26% of the market segment. In Europe, 31% of the market in this class of car. And in Germany, an incredible 56% of the medium luxury class, which includes cars like the Audi A6 and the BMW 5 Series. So yeah, this Cabriolet should even add to that market share. What I enjoy about this new E-Class Cabriolet, it's a lot more sporty than the previous one. It looks more masculine. It's got these nice bulbous rear wheel arches which give it a bit of gravitas, and it's also got more performance as well.
Both the V6 and V8 serve up plenty of torque from low down the rev range, which combined with the smooth shifting 7-speed auto makes the E-Class Cabrio the ideal cruiser.
Two engine options that are available in South Africa are the 350, which is your V6. That's been around for quite some years now in the Mercedes-Benz range, with about 200 kilowatts. And this one's in the 500, it's a 5.5 litre V8 with 285 kilowatts on tap. What I really like about it is the glorious sound. This car's got a lot of gruffness about it when you put your foot down. And being a cabriolet, you can hear all of that sound. Handling and cabriolet soft tops don't normally go well together, and the big reason that is that a steel roof gives a lot of rigidity to a car, and Mercedes, being Mercedes, they've gone to a lot of effort with this one to give it rigidity, stop the scuttle shake, but also to give the car, the chassis, a nice solid platform so you can put some nice supple suspension in. They seem to have done that quite well, and one of the ways they've done it is they've got a sort of a cup section in the dorsal which then locates the B pillar and in fact the A pillar to an extent as well. So you've got a really rigid platform for this car, and obviously it helps in terms of accident side intrusion as well.
Rear passengers are protected by hidden rollover bars that pop up within a fraction of a second. The E-Class is also the first ever cabriolet to offer head airbags.
Initially on the road the car feels quite big and heavy. It's not really a nimble sports car. And being a four-seater, I suppose that's no surprise. But once you get into this mountain pass situation where we're out here in the beautiful Baines Kloof area, you are surprised at how wieldy the car can be. So the chassis really performs well, and I like the fact that it's the steering is fairly well weighted. You always feel in touch with it. It's not a heavy steering, but nevertheless I feel that Mercedes have made big strides with steering feel in this particular E-Class. The standout feature for this new E-Class Cabriolet is quite literally that, and it's something called an air cap, which projects above the windscreen as an aerofoil, and it deflects air over the passenger compartment, and that's particularly useful for the rear seat passengers. In fact, it's triggered automatically if it detects people in the back of the car. The air cap also goes hand in hand with the air scarf, which in fact did first appear on the SLK 350 sports car. It's this draft of air or hot air which actually is incorporated into the headrest and then keeps your neck warm while you're driving with the top down. Quite ingenious, and it works a treat. Also, typically Mercedes, it's not short of every single electronic gizmo that'll keep you on the road, keep your seat warm, and do whatever else it's supposed to do for you. And in that respect, you've got park guidance, you've got pre-safe braking, which actually stops you from ramming into things that you should be actually aware of, blind spot assistance, attention assistance, I mean just about everything, as well as your normal ABS, ESP, you name it. I mean, I just cannot even begin to think what it'll look like underneath the skin of this car with all the various sensors telling you what's going on.
The interior provides ample space for 4 occupants, with individually formed seats at the front and rear. If you decide to go for the AMG Sports Pack, you'll also get front seats with air chambers, giving additional lumbar and side support. As you'd expect from this type of car, the options list isn't very long, with luxuries such as a television seeming almost silly when you have the sky as your view. And with the roof up, the hushed cabin is perfect for listening to your favorite symphony on the 12-speaker Harman Kardon sound system, or simply enjoying the patter of rain on canvas.
I must admit, when I first heard the price of the E500 Cabriolet, 900,000, I thought, heck man, that's a little bit steep. Or even 770,000 for the 350 V6 version. However, having driven the car, a lovely V8 growl, stomping mid-range performance, I thought to myself, why would you need a supercar when you can have something as elegant and as much fun as this car? Yeah, great one, Mercedes.